What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, just popping in. My name's Pete. Any of you guys who are coming from my last videos or what I'm calling my faithful subscribers, thank you very much. Absolutely loving and appreciating the support. For those of you who don't know, channel's about three things: growing, learning. Always got to put a little bit of humor in there. I mean, times are tough at the minute, so a little bit of humor, putting a smile on someone's face, just makes things that little bit easier. Over the last few videos, it's really just been about me starting YouTube from scratch and giving you a little bit of an insight into the journey, how I'm getting on, any interesting videos that are going to grow my knowledge and allow me to hopefully grow the channel. So in terms of how it's going, you know what? It's going all right. It's going all right. Not too shabby at all. Getting in front of the camera actually is not as scary as I thought, or if you're watching the video thinking about possibly doing the same thing, like it's not actually that scary. I think from like video number 2, it was just like, okay, I'm filming myself, I'm chatting, and it's all right. It's calm. It's literally like, and we all do it, it's literally like you talking in front of the mirror. I mean, come on, like we all do it. I mean, obviously YouTube is a tiny bit different because obviously what you're putting out is going to the world, but it's a similar vibe. It's just me, the camera, and my thoughts or my ideas or what I'll put down on paper. And you know what? It's all right. It's all right. So again, for the moment, I'll keep saying it. If you're somebody like me who's thought about it, nah, don't think about it. Just do it. So in this video, I wanted to kind of focus a little bit on the direction of the channel. So in terms of the channel focus, so I'm a sales professional, which I have been for coming up 10 years now. And it's very much a role that I enjoy, or a career that I enjoy. Absolutely one of those ones that I kind of fell into. I mean, I think, to be fair, probably a lot of us are in careers now or in work now and we kind of fell into it. So in terms of the sales role, it's digital learning, talent transformation. That's the industry that I'm working in. My role is to ensure that businesses are enabled to train their staff, whether it be for personal development, whether it be for company or role development. I support clients on that journey to ensure that they have the training in place for their workforce. And do you know what? It's great. It's great. Like my clients, I've got to be honest, my clients are almost like old friends. The way that I handle business and the way that I conduct myself, it's really about building relationships. But the question is, in terms of, again, channel focus, is whilst I do have a reasonable amount of experience in that, is it something that I would be wanting to talk about like week after week after week after week? And I'm not sure. I just think that there are so many resources and channels and individuals out there with much more experience than I have. Whether or not I would really want to kind of go down that route, but it is something that I have thought about, because ultimately I watched the video. The piece of advice that he gave is, if you're starting a YouTube channel, in terms of finding a focus and or finding a niche, the advice given was, if you know 20% more than your audience, then there's a window, then there's a space for you. And that's a metric that I've held on to, of my skills, interests and passion. Which one of those do I feel personally, do I know 20% more of than the potential audience watching this channel? Now, something else other than my current career, moving on to kind of interests and passions and potentially skills, something I love is cooking. And when you get to my age, like with a family, like if you can't cook, that's a problem. If you can't cook, that is an absolute problem. So over the last, I don't know, I want to say like 5 years, I've kind of honed my skills in terms of the cooking. I love cooking. I mean, I can basically cook anything. Like, I love Asian food, Indian food, Caribbean food. My partner's from Africa, Ghana specifically. So man had to get involved in that. Like, man can do a one jollof. Sometimes I do the jollof with a little bit of goat meat. Sometimes with a little bit of lamb if the goat's not available. Like, man just versatile. Absolutely, yes, man can pound the fufu. Even the other day, okay, maybe not the other day, maybe a little bit longer than that, done a little goosey stew with the herrings and that. Can do a little light soup. Man's allergic to peanuts, so man's not on the peanut soup. I mean, I'm not trying to gas myself up too much, but sometimes we've been out, we've gone to a restaurant or we've had a takeaway and the missus is like, oh no, Pete, like this doesn't taste as good as yours. And I'm like, all right, I hear you. There is an excitement. There is an excitement when man jumps into the kitchen. You know what I mean? Even if man's doing a spag bowl, like, just to make sure that it's the same spag bowl from last week or the week before is absolutely where I'm at. There's no shortcuts. Everything gets seasoned. I mean, signature dishes. Let me just reel off a couple. Like, so I'm from the Caribbean. My parents are from Jamaica. Like, so jerk chicken, come on, like, on a real, like, I'm not overhyping it. Like, you might even see that one in stores. That one there, like, every barbecue, like every summer, the jerk chicken comes out. Every family gathering, like, the jerk chicken comes out, whether it's the wings, whether it's the leg portions. Man's even jerked fish. Man has a mean rasta pasta as well. Like, if you're from Jamaica, like I'm not sure whether it's the first dish that you need to be able to make, but it's one of the core dishes that you need to be able to make. So anybody looking for a little bit of a barbecue in summertime, like, hit me up in the DMs, innit? And man, I'll send you an invite for the barbecue. And I love Asian food. You know why I love Asian food? Like, the thing is so quick to cook. I mean, the prep time, is a bit long. Like, you got to chop up bare ingredients. You got to cook it all separately sometimes, and then you bring it all together. But I'm telling you, the flavors of Chinese specifically, like, it's absolutely a bit of me. And again, I've got it down. My wok gets hella use. Whether it's stir fry, whether it's fried rice, regardless of the meat I'm using, whether it's prawns, whether it's chicken, whether it's pork, 100% a bit of me. Green tie, red tie, if there was a purple and pink tie, man could probably deal with that as well. And the one key thing is I do very much enjoy it. So that is definitely something I've been thinking about, just as I start to narrow the focus. And I love English food as well. Like, man can do a mean medium rare steak. Don't get it twisted. 2 garlic, 2 butter, 2 thyme. Get me? Pink in the middle. And man can do a 1 peppercorn sauce. Like, don't muck about. You see what I'm saying? So, like, the options for me in terms of cooking are kind of endless. And again, like I said, I do really, really enjoy it. So an absolute focus for me and a consideration. So another thing I've been thinking about is relationships. Big topic, fam. big topic. It affects probably 9.5 out of 10 people. Now, I mentioned in one of my early videos, I've been married for 25 years. Well, I say 25 years. 25 years this year. But it's a long time. It's a long time. Like, man's put in work. But obviously not by myself. Obviously, that it takes two to tango. So there's two people putting in work. You understand? And I think that's quite an achievement. You know, particularly in this day and age. I mean, I'm not really one of those ones who kind of like, you know, watches or follows, you know, celebs. But it's just like every 5 minutes, like man's getting separated or man's getting divorced and then linking up with somebody. That's not something I've subscribed to. Which actually reminds me, if you haven't already, please like, comment and subscribe, and absolutely hit that notification bell so you know when another video drops. Great segue. Anyway, no, I met the missus when I was like 18. A man was a you. I don't think a man even had moustache and beard them times. Yes, absolutely. We met in a club. Like, that's what we did back in the day. Like, the club was where you would go. That's how we met people. Even at 18 years old, like, man was in shirt, smart trousers, shiny shoes, fresh trim, looking for those women who were like 10 years older than man. You know, the ones there, looking for those women with that life experience. But that's what we did. And over the past 25 years plus, obviously got to throw in the courting stage as well. You know, no one there. Yeah, we've just kind of grown. We've grown together. When we met, there was no expectations. You know, there was no predefined journey in terms of, right, where are we going? What are we doing? It was about two people enjoying life, having a bit of fun. And then before you knew it, the years rolled by. We were holidaying. We were having a family. And I mean, don't get twisted. I'm not going to sit here and say those 25 years have been plain sailing. Absolutely not. Like, there's been hella hurdles, hella challenges. But when you've got two people on the same path who, number one, have compromise in their mindset, then you've got a chance. So again, that is another topic that has been running through my mind as possibly something to consider in terms of a channel focus. But then I'm wondering to myself, like, how much tea can you spill on a 25-year marriage? And the missus be like, hold on a minute, Pete, like, why are you telling people our business? You know, no one there. So it's a consideration. But yeah, if I go down that road, like, I'll have to be a little bit more general. Like, I don't want to be bringing up too much personal information. But I think, to be fair, even if it was general, again, there's 25 years, there's a lot in there in terms of, well, how did you navigate that? And when the challenges arose, like, how did you manage those? And I still think, even without spilling too much tea, I think there's probably some valuable content there. So that's where I am at the moment. There's no rules really. Like, I could talk about absolutely anything week in, week out. And to be fair, probably no one would care. So listen, I would really love some input from you guys at this point, you know. So you've heard a bit about me. You've heard a bit of my skills and my interests or my experiences. Like, is there anything that kind of jumps out at you in terms of what you like to see? Furthermore, do you know what? One thing I haven't even mentioned as well. So when I met my wife, like, man could barely put up a shelf. You know them ones, you know when you're like 19 and, like, you know, we go to IKEA and we get a shelf and it's just like, rah, how does this thing get put up? Obviously that was a long time ago. And yeah, I've watched a lot of videos in terms of DIY, and my DIY skills absolutely have come on leaps and bounds. From carpentry, like, if there's wood involved, like, man's about. I've fitted doors. I've done plumbing. Like, man's even got a little sparky in him. Like, man's changed switches. Obviously, lights is not a big one, but then again, actually, to be fair, it depends on what light you buy. If the light is coming with some different wires from what you've already got, then yeah, there's a little bit of work to do. So absolutely, like, man's a jack of all trades. Absolutely, master of none. Man can't lie. But yeah, I've done a lot. So it could be one of those ones where I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna do a little intro DIY thing. If you're new to the DIY game and you want to rewire your light switches, yeah, I could probably give you a couple of videos on that. Yeah, throw your comments in. Let me know what you think. Any thoughts? As always, if you've got this far in the video, much love, much appreciation. Listen, the support does not go unnoticed. So until the next one, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I'll absolutely, hopefully, fingers crossed, see you in the next one. My name's Pete. I'm out.